Hello everybody, this is Louis from Loukprop and we are back again with another real reviews by Loukprop, and today we are talking about Liv MB, which a lot of you have been requesting for, asking for. So you want it, you get it, let's go! So before we begin, as usual, we'll be assessing based on these 5 factors. Number 1, location and accessibility. Number 2, development quality and facilities. Number 3, competitive pricing. Number 4, rental yield. And lastly, stack selection. Let's go. So first one, location and connectivity, right? So here we are at the location. This is Liv MB, right? If we are looking at the entire area here, this is District 15, which is a really highly sought after area in Singapore to stay in. Historically, this has been always a place that is very exclusive, reserved for the wealthy. In fact, in the 1800s to 1900s, this entire row here was called the Millionaires' Row, right? Because there were a lot of bungalows and houses for the rich that were built here because they wanted to live in a seafront living. And also why it's so highly sought after in District 15 is because it is really close to nature, close to amenities like East Coast Park area is just really a short few minutes walk away or cycle away, and also really culturally charming in the entire area here. A lot of shop houses here, a lot of good food here as well, as a lot of people know. And even though it's not so densely populated here, it's more of an own stay area here, it is still really close to the city area, right? Really a few minutes drive away to get you to, as you can see here, the Marina Bay area, your financial center, the CBD area. So a really convenient place and a very nice place to stay in. Now talking about connectivity, Liv MB is really just a few minutes walk along Arthur Road to the new Katong Park MRT station, which should be done up by 2024. It was originally slated to be completed in 2023, but due to COVID reasons, the construction has been delayed. But by 2024, you should see the MRT already being built up, which means that by the time Liv MB is already TOP, the MRT would be up already. Now, if you're talking about driving to the nearest expressways, as you can see here, this is Liv MB. ECP is really close by, just a few minutes drive away, which links to MCE as well as KPE here, which also links yourself to PIE. So it's really very convenient in terms of driving distance also, plus the nearby MRT as well. Amenities-wise in the area, we have quite a few. Of course, East Coast Park is the one that everybody is very familiar about. Nearby, there's also Singapore Swimming Club here. Alright, you have Goodman Arts Centre here, Katong Swimming Complex here. And if you move further down, Kallang Leisure Park Indoor Stadium, Kallang Wave Mall is just a few minutes drive away. And on the other side, you have Parkway Parade as well. So everything you need from dining, shopping, recreational activities, you have it in your immediate area. So now let's look at the transformations that will be going through this area as well. Now, of course, nearby, we have the Greater Southern Waterfront, which we have spoke about at length through many episodes, but it is still quite a distance away. So we'll talk about something that's really a bit closer to home here. Now, as you can see here, there will be several new transformations that will enhance the livability of this entire Mountbatten area. The first one is the Kallang River Master Plan. And if you look at this, Kallang is actually going to be building a few things. Number 1 is a new football hub here. There will be a new tennis center and also a new youth hub and velodrome, right? If you don't know what's a velodrome, don't worry, I also don't know what's a velodrome. But it's something that will enhance the sports facilities, all your activities, recreational lifestyle in this entire Kallang River Master Plan. Also, there will be an East Coast Sustainability and Greenery Plan, right, which will actually enhance from the East Coast Park area all the way down to Changi Airport area. So surrounding Mountbatten, there are a lot of enhancements to livability in the Mountbatten area. So summarizing all these points, because District 15 is such a highly sought after area, right, many people are looking to live in District 15, and also its proximity to a new MRT station, alright, proximity to expressways around the area, and also upcoming transformations in the area as well. Although it's not a Greater Southern Waterfront level type of transformation, but the entire transformation of the Kallang River Master Plan and the East Coast Sustainability Plan will actually enhance the living area there, making it more attractive to stay in. So in this entire location and connectivity, my score would be 4/5. So next we'll be talking about development quality and facilities. Now, firstly, let's introduce the project a little bit. It is a 298 unit residential unit project, but it has only 285 car park lots, right? You're just 13 car park lots short of one-to-one car park, but it shouldn't be that big of a problem because of its proximity to Katong Park MRT, so most of the residents wouldn't even need to drive anyway. Now, if you take a look at the developer, they are Bukit Sembawang Estates Limited. They have been in Singapore for over 50 years already, so very, very experienced developer. In terms of residential side, they have built quite a few as well. The latest being 8 St. Thomas and NIM Collection. So these two projects are one of the newest residential projects that they have built. And something that's interesting is that if we take a look at their quality scores, let's say for 8 St. Thomas, right? They have actually achieved a 93.8 score on their Conquest score, which is an A grade. And if we were to look at NIM Collection, they are actually above 95, which awards them a Conquest star. So the two latest projects that they have built are actually really good quality to get them the Conquest star and also an A grading for their Conquest score. So in terms of quality for Liv at MB, I think we can rest assured that they are very experienced in terms of their building quality and also their design quality. Now let's talk about facilities as well. So Liv at MB is sitting on a 140,000 square feet piece of land, right, which is already one of the bigger plots of land in District 15 already. For example, if you're talking about Amber Park, which is already one of the biggest projects in District 15, it is sitting on 210,000 square feet of land. So 140,000 square feet piece of land is considered really huge. And this will be very important for what we're going to be talking about in terms of pricing later on, right? So as you can see here, 80% nature, 20% residential basically means that 80% of the development is meant for landscaping, facilities, so on and so forth, and only 20% is residential. This means that your block-to-block distance will not be very close. You will have a lot of space for facilities, which if you are for own stay, you will love a lot, especially for tenants as well. They will love good facilities inside the project itself. Now, if you take a look closer here, you'll see the main pool is on the first floor. This main pool is 45 meters lap pool. Just 5 meters short of a full 50 meters lap pool, but I think they are able to put it inside of 140,000 square feet on land. It's really quite impressive because instead of it being parallel to the blocks, right, you can see that it is actually perpendicular to the blocks. Okay, why is this good? Because with this being perpendicular to the blocks, it also ensures that the two blocks in the development are not too close to each other. Unlike those kind of condos which are really close and then they line it parallel to the blocks, right? So block to block distance will be very, very close. So this one, I'm pretty sure they have thought about this in their design, right? And also, if you can look at the side here, you see all these facilities at the side, right? It's to mimic sort of the millionaire's row that I was talking about earlier on in the previous point, right? They are trying to mimic a seafront living kind of concept. It's a bit of an homage to millionaire's row of the past. Right here, you'll see the main clubhouse, all right? And to the side here, you'll see 2 dining halls. To the right of the main clubhouse, you will see also an outdoor gym, an indoor gym, and an aqua gym here, right, which is part of the 45 meters lap pool. There are also facilities on level 11 and level 20 also. Now, level 11 will be your Sky Lounge. You'll be all your various lounges, your jacuzzi lounge, dining lounge, Sky Lounge, study lounge, everything you need in a lounge, you have it on level 11. But I think the most impressive one will be on 20th floor, level 20, which is the rooftop, right? Here you can see they also have their own lounges here. You have yachts and also this grills, right? Mountbatten Grill and Mountbatten Villa, which is all your barbecue pits and all this. And of course, you have an infinity pool, if I'm not wrong, it's a 25 meters infinity pool right here that overlooks your landed enclave right outside of Liv at MB. So it will be a very nice view if I can show you here. So as you can see here, this is the infinity pool, right here, infinity pool, and it actually overlooks the entire city and District 15, right? So to relax here will be quite an experience lah. And as mentioned earlier, as you can see, the first floor facilities, you have your perpendicular 45 meters lap pool. You have your welcome lawn here, which is a really nice portal once you enter into the project. Kids play area, you have your various garden walkways around here. And when you drive in, the car park is actually at the basement area. So if you're talking about the facilities, I think it's really well thought out. Also because Bukit Sembawang is a very renowned developer with its latest two residential projects having achieved really good concourse score. So for the score, for this development quality and facilities, we'll give it 4 over 5. Oh, wait, before we continue, if you like the video, go and like the video. Okay, go and subscribe to the channel. Okay, thank you, you have helped the channel a lot. Now let's move on to the next point. Go. So now let's talk about competitive pricing. Now if we look at Liv at MB, let's take a look at the land sales cost first. Liv at MB right now is at an estimated break-even of 1,889 per square feet, right? Which means that if we were to give it a 20 to 25% profit margin, we are looking at a launch price of between 2,001 to 2,004 per square foot. So how does that compare with its competitors in the area? So we'll be assessing the price based on these 3 ways, right? Number 1 is to look at the surrounding properties within 500-meter radius of Liv at MB. Number 2, we'll be looking at the 99-year leasehold properties that are near to Liv at MB. And number 3, we'll be looking at the upcoming new launches or the already new launches that are close to Liv at MB. So let's start with the first one. Surrounding properties, if you take a look here, right? Within a 500-meter radius of Liv at MB, right, there are a few competitors. But the ones that are comparable in terms of its age, right, to be honest, there haven't been a new launch in the area for the past 9 to 10 years. So the youngest one that we can find are these 3, 8M Residences, Fulcrum, and The Line. Now let's take a look at their prices. 8M is between 2000 to 2002, Fulcrum is probably 2009 to 2002, The Line is 2000 to 2004 as well, right? So we are looking at between 2009 to 2004 kind of pricing for current projects that are surrounding Liv at MB. And these projects are really close by. If you take a look at the map, right? Liv at MB is here, all right? Fulcrum, The Line, and 8M Residences, right? These are all really close by to Liv at MB. Now also worth noting is that surrounding Liv at MB, you can see are all freehold properties. Within a 500-meter radius, Liv at MB is the only 99-year leasehold project. So that is something for you to think about, and we will actually assess that later on in the analysis. But let's take a look at how fairly priced Liv at MB is as compared to 8M, Fulcrum, and The Line. Now, if we take usually a freehold property to be 10 to 15% more expensive than a leasehold counterpart, judging by the current pricing of 2009 to 2004 for a freehold, a similarly aged project, 99-year leasehold, for example, built in 2016, should therefore be priced around 2008 to 2002, right? But of course, Liv at MB is very new, right? It will be at least 9 to 10 years younger than all these 3 other projects, and we know that the younger the project, the more expensive it is. So the pricing right now for Liv at MB is slated to be between 2001 to 2004. So if it's really launched at that kind of pricing, it does seem like a fair premium above the other projects that we are talking about, right? However, just based on surrounding projects, the thing that prevents me from really raving about the capital appreciation potential for Liv at MB is that these 3 projects, 8M, Fulcrum, and The Line, didn't really do that well throughout the last few years. Let me give you an example, right? 8M Residences, right? You can see that the price movement has been pretty pretty abysmal. The line as well, it has not been doing very well. Fulcrum pricing hasn't also been doing that well over the last few years. So there has been a pattern of struggling of prices for these three projects, which are the newest projects in the area. But I do attribute that a little bit to the fact that it is a freehold property, so there are lesser transactions in the market, right? As you have seen from my previous video, Real Talk at Loukprop, when I'm talking about resale properties and how to select resale properties, you should know by now that transaction volume is a very big factor for capital appreciation. So the fact that Liv at MB is a 99-year leasehold project may actually be an advantage for Liv at MB, because there will definitely be a lot of transactions for these kind of 99-year leasehold projects to help push their prices upwards. Also, if you were to look at these three projects, right, they are all below 130 units. In fact, Fulcrum is 128 units here. The line is 130 units. 8M is even lesser. 8M has only 68 units. So these are all very boutique kind of projects, which means that they don't have really very good facilities, a little bit underwhelming facilities. But Liv at MB, as we have seen earlier on from the site plan, right, it is almost 300 units, sitting on 140,000 square feet of land with bigger space for better built facilities, better designed facilities. So it might play a part in also helping people to veer their attention away from these three projects to consider Liv at MB instead, because of how livable it actually is. Let's take a look at the 99-year leasehold projects that's nearby to Liv at MB. Like I said, there aren't many 99-year leasehold projects near to District 15 or inside District 15. But the closest competitors we can find are these two. Waterbank at Dakota here. Right, let me just shift this over a little bit. Waterbank at Dakota here and Silver Sea here. These are I would say the youngest 99-year leasehold projects that are in District 15. So if we compare these two projects, I already selected them out. Silver Sea and Waterbank at Dakota, one is 2013, 2014. So there's been a 10 to 11 year gap since the last 99-year leasehold new launch in the area, right? The prices are actually on average about 1,006 to 1,007, can go as high as 1,008 to 2,001. So if we were to compare and we say that actually Liv at MB is 9 to 10 years younger, the price of it right now being 2001 to 2004 actually is also pretty fair. Next, we'll compare the new launches that have already been launched in the area that hasn't been built yet, namely One Mayor, you can see over here One Mayor, Mayor Mansion, you have Coastline, right? You have also Amber Park here. Right, so let's compare these four projects. As you can see, these are the four comparisons that we just mentioned just now. Mayor Mansion is from 2004 to 3003. One Mayor is 2004 to 2007. Coastline will be 2002 or 2003 up to 3001. And Amber Park is from 2002 to 2009. So as you can see, the prices here are consistently about 300 to 500 per square feet higher than what we expect Liv at MB to be launched at, which is still pretty congruent to what we expect freehold premium to be over a 99-year leasehold, right? But to be honest, if you were to ask me, out of all these projects here, as compared to Liv at MB, I think Amber Park would be the best choice in District 15 area for various reasons like size, proximity to MRT inside the Marine Parade area, and of course its price. Its price is really pretty attractive, but you wouldn't have any 1 to 3 bidders left behind. There are only 4 bidders that are left in the development. So in the absence of 1 to 3 bidders, and if you don't have a budget of more than 3.5 million, if Amber Park is no longer a choice that you can make, I think Liv at MB will be your next best choice. Now lastly, let's take a look at the recent land sales around District 15 area. What we have here, we'll be looking at 3 land sales that have been recently done in District 15, namely, if you see here, this is Liv at MB, right? There was a land sale done here in Laville, here, right? A land sale done here. There was a land sale done in Jalan Tembusu, okay, and also a land sale done here along Thiam Siew Avenue. Now these three pieces of land, Jalan Tembusu's break-even price is roughly 2,059 square feet. Let's take a look. If we take a look at Jalan Tembusu, 2,059 per square feet break-even. So giving it a 20 to 25% profit margin, it will be launching at around 2,004 to 2,006 per square feet. And also at Loveville, alright, it was bought at a very high price. The break-even price is 2,362 per square feet, giving it a launch price of roughly 2,800 to 3,000 per square feet. And also Thiam Siew, we don't have this information here, but the rough break-even price is 2,250 per square feet, which makes the launch price roughly 2,700 to 2,900 per square feet. Now Loveville and Thiam Siew, right, these two plots of land are freehold pieces of land, so they are going to be launching at between 2,007 to 3,000 per square foot, while Jalan Tembusu is also a 99-year leasehold property, right, and they'll be launching at 2,400 to 2,600 per square foot. So this will be a very good comparison point to Liv at MB, which is currently right now going to be launching at 2001 to 2004. So we can see that the next few launches are definitely going to be launching at a much higher price in the future, right? Further supporting that Liv at MB will be launching right now at a pretty fair price if you were to buy between 2001 to 2004 per square foot. So for pricing, although I do feel that Liv at MB is a very fair pricing, right? Comparing with the new launches recently, comparing with the resale surrounding it, and also comparing with the next few new launches that will be coming up. But I do have to give it a slight discount because we have to factor in the performance of Fulcrum and the line, as well as factoring in that there's a better competitor in Amber Park as well, which is at a really good price. So they'll be very close competitors in the future. So for overall score, we'll be giving it 3.5 over 5. Next up, we have rental yield. Now, we are just going to be comparing the surrounding properties of Liv at MB, which we just mentioned earlier on, 8M, The Line and Fulcrum. So let's start with 8M. I'll be using one-bedders as an example. So if you're looking at 8M residences, their one-bedders were from 2001 to 2007, 2008, right? For The Line, their one-bedders are from 2002 to 2005, okay? And Fulcrum, you have between 2003 to 2005 as well. Alright, of course we have to factor in the size also. These are 700 to 900, so I won't be including this. 2003 to 2005. So if we were to look at the transactions of rental, it is between 2001 to 2007. So if we were to assume 2001 to 2400 per square foot for Liv at MB, we are looking at roughly a 1.1 to 1.2 million dollar range for the one-bedders there. Factoring in 2001 to 2700 per month in terms of rental, we will be looking at a rental yield of between 2.3% to 2.7%. Also, if we were to look at rental volume, right, you can see for the past 1 year, these are the rental volume. We have to look at it in terms of ratio, right, because The Line and Fulcrum are both about 130 units, 8M Residences is about 68 units. So we are looking at a rental volume of 40 to 60% of the entire project rented out over the last 12 months. So that's actually a pretty healthy ratio. So in conclusion, although the ratio of rental volume is very healthy, but the rental yield is between 2.3 to 2.7%. It is not the worst, but it's not the best, so it's pretty average. So for the overall score, we'll give it 3 over 5. So lastly, for stack selection. Now, if you are new here and you don't know how we assess stack selection, these are the various factors. Okay, and mainly what we are looking at is the facing also we are talking about this development, whether you're facing the landed enclave towards the north, or you're facing near place towards the south, which is another condo there, or is it a facilities facing. So these are your ideal stacks, your average stacks, and your not so ideal stacks, which gives it a score of 3.5 over 5. So consolidating all the scores for various factors, we have an overall score of 3.6 over 5, which is a really good score for Liv at MB. So if you like how we did the review for this project, we do reviews for other projects as well. Go and check out all our other real reviews on our channel. If you have a project in mind that you particularly want to know how it's performing, how it will perform in the future, we also do customized reviews for you. Just leave us your contact us, DM us, and we'll get back to you immediately. What other projects do you want us to review? Leave it down in the comment section below. And if you like our content, please go and like our channel, go and subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot. This is Louis from Loukprop, and I'll see you in the next real reviews. Bye!